You're listening to Dubstep. Yes.
What do you call Winnie the Pooh's grandma?
I don't know.
Punani.
Oh.
Classic.
I thought you were going to say Pooger.
Cougar.
Oh, that would have been good,
That'd be
too.
a good one.
Yeah. Either way, pretty good.
That's a good one, yeah.
Making up jokes.
A D&D actual play podcast with a cyberpunk twist. My name is Matthew, and I will be your game master.
My name is Luke, and I'll play Ash.
My name's Sean. I'll be playing Fallen. I can't talk today.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I play Alphonse.
Ooh, good radio voice.
Yeah, that was good. I'm Jason. We're playing Jingor Dark Moon.
I can't wait to hear the recording of that. It was just the right tone, nice and even.
Audio
Welcome
chocolate.
to KISS 92.8.
Shout out to Kiss 92.8.
Obviously missing is our dear friend Bo. He had, I don't know,
Something.
Life stuff. Garage door?
something. Yeah,
He had a garage door.
something. So I guess I'll be Norris. That'll be fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, the party faced down Lord Dijkstra and forced him to parlay. The party secured safe passage out of his realm to pursue their ultimate goal, the Baron. We pick back up. You guys are still in Lord Dijkstra's creepy basement, in the scroll room, and I suppose we will pick up with him politely escorting you the fuck out. Oh, and I do believe we left off with him saying Orcus. Orcus.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, I would like to do a religion check.
Go ahead and do a religion check.
That is a 3 plus something. I haven't looked at my character sheet in so long.
First roll for a while.
Yeah. 7.
A 7. Sounds demonic. It's about as much as you can gather.
Whoa there, Fallen. I've got this one. I'll just put it in my bag of holding.
Now what are you rolling for?
If I was going to guiding bolt the vampire,
You don't know shit. You don't know how bad it is. And he gave you fair warning. Don't fuck with it.
well, that's why I was rolling, because it was a 50-50 shot of if it was high, he lived. If it's low, I was just going to light him on fire. You got a 77%.
All right. So, gentlemen, if you're finished here, I would like to, I guess, rebuild my collection.
We didn't break that much.
Oh, I was talking about my thrall.
Yeah, good luck dusting.
Thank you. Yes. And he starts walking you guys through the room with the 8 coffins, and he's just looking around, and the blood spilled on the floor, and just shaking his head. Such a shame. Walks through up to the main level, and there's just fucking bodies littering this place. Like, there's there's like mostly decomposed vampire corpses
We John Wick the shit out of this place.
everywhere. and you see him kind of like using his foot to push some out of like a doorway to make his way through. And he's head held high. He's not letting his damaged pride show. He's trying to still act as though he's, this elevated person. And he walks you out the front door, and he gestures for all of you to follow after him.
Yeah, I'll head out the door and can't get out of here soon enough.
Ash, I think you're the only one that'll get this reference. Did it feel like we just walked through what might have been a Black Plague reenactment?
It looked like it.
Chilling.
That was a little scary. We're a little...
Have you been around a plague before?
No, it's history book stuff. Written some time ago.
Medicine check?
To see if anybody has a plague.
Yes. Dirty 20.
Nope, plagues.
Okay.
No, yeah, everybody seems okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And as you all pass through the threshold, he, as a show of good faith, I'll leave you with one more gift, you could say. And do you still have that ship that you took out of my storage space?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And I pull out the glass bottle with a ship in it.
Yeah, and it's this beautiful bottle with a ship in it. Read that inscription. You seem capable. See if you can read the inscription.
Sure, I'll give it a try. How difficult is it to read?
So you lift this bottle up, and you can see underneath it. There's just this little tiny plaque, and it's got in this small engraved lettering that you do not fucking recognize. Gibberish. Like, you can tell that this is a language of some sort, but you don't understand what it is. Give me an Arcana check with advantage,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why here in a second.
That'll be a 27.
So, as you're looking
Dang,
at this, all you can feel the almost like hot breath on your neck. You can feel the presence of your patron, like looking over your shoulder, and almost like she's reaching out and like rearranging all these little letters, all these things that are etched in there, and it starts to spell something out.
All right.
And I didn't prepare what it was going to say because I just decided to do this. And that just dawned on me. So as you're reading it out, somebody give me a ship name, something creepy sounding.
Creepy sounding. I'm gonna call it Plague.
Perfect. So you read it out and it says the Black Plague.
No, that's exactly what it said.
and as you say this out loud, and you're just like almost mumbling it to yourself, because the letters seem to like move, but you could still almost like they're blurred, but you can make it out as you're reading. And this green smoke starts like the cork pops open, and this green smoke starts pouring out, but instead of pouring down, it's pouring up. And it's just this green trail of vapor coming out as the ship inside the bottle is slowly disintegrating and turning into this wisp of green going up into the sky. And as you follow it up with your eyes and you look up, it's assembling this massive airship, this 150-foot galleon floating in the sky above the property. And once the bottle turn is just an empty vessel, still has the plaque and everything at the bottom, and you can stow that in your bag of holding. And it's this, it looks like a creepy ghost ship. Like it's got obvious battle damage, and it just has this green mist that it seems to be sailing on.
Oh, that's wicked.
Goddamn, that's a pretty nice trick.
I'll be honest with you. This is the most amount of wins this group has had in a long time.
Yeah, this is a good win.
Well,
So it's
I
a,
think we better go check that out.
so it's a flying ship?
And and Lord Dijkstra just gestures to it in the air and looks at you.
I'd like to cast Step to the Night and just fly straight up.
Okay.
Does this thing have instructions on how to make it actually like hit? We can't fly. We're not vampires. I can't jump that high.
So Dijkstra holds out a hand, and he kind of takes his fingernail, and he's got these like long coke nails, and he takes his fingernail and drags it through the air, and it's almost as though the fabric of space rips open, and on the other side is the deck of the ship.
Hot damn.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can be a strong ally if everyone plays along.
I'm happy to ally with you. Not into a blood pack right now, but
And it seems you've got enough pacts going, and he gives you a wink.
I wink back at him and go, "Yeah."
None of us know that,
Nope.
right? Okay.
No, I don't believe so.
This is more of a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, send Norris first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say,
Yeah, Norris, as soon as you say this, Norris is just like, yeah, and walks right through. God damn, this is nice.
Perfect.
well, seems safe. I guess I'll go next. Dijkstra?
And he gives everybody a nod, and I'll see you soon. In my castle, hopefully.
Do you have a landing when I come back out front? How do they know? Never mind, we'll figure it out.
Park it wherever.
Okay.
And as you step through and onto the deck of the ship, like the going from the dirt of outside out in the yard onto the deck almost seems like it has more give than the dirt. Like it kind of creaks below your feet. And I will bring up a map for you.
I see it's got good foundations.
And as you look up, like it's got these massive masts with, 3 sails up. Like it looks almost unrealistic. Like it's too much. But all of the sails are just a spectral, like you could see through them, but they're still waving in. There's no wind, but they seem to be still fully inflated. I don't know.
Poofed out.
Yeah. They seem to be catching a non-existent wind. Here, 1 second. Let me...
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
This, unfortunately, is not from Chepaku, because I couldn't find a good galleon map from them. But that gives you the top 2 decks. And so it is a massive ship.
Mm-hmm.
I will have... Let me see, who would know about this?
I'm willing to roll to make some bullshit up.
Well, situationally, you wouldn't know anything about it, but I'll take a...
Can I?
You can make an Arcana roll with disadvantage, Fallen. You can make a straight Arcana roll.
And I'd like to burn knowledge from a past life.
Perfect.
And Oren and Mike are on with us too. Like, are they
you
still passed
So
out?
Norris is like one on each shoulder. Like they're alive, but they're in real bad shape. Mechanics wise, they both have like 4 levels of exhaustion.
Oh,
Like they are fried.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys get?
7.
7.
I got a 2,
A 2.
unfortunately.
Okay.
We don't know shit about shit.
You don't know shit about shit.
This could hold so much spaghetti.
Yes, it holds so much spaghetti. So once you get on the ship, like this thing is definitely like whoever sailed this ship previously, they didn't take any of their stuff with them, so it's still fully furnished. You look around, there's still weapons on the deck. There's still like clothing in the closets. Like this place is still filled with somebody else's shit. Would anybody like to take a look around, or are you guys just ready to get going?
I definitely want to give it a once over.
I think we should
Yeah, I want to give it a once over.
check this as a group. I don't trust the vampire.
That's a good plan.
I'll be honest with you guys. I kind of trust him.
I could still see him stabbing us in the back because I pretty much burned down his place
Fair.
and all his minions.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Like, might be good, still worth the check.
But he knows stuff. Notice he used the word ally.
Yeah, but that could also try to get you to trust him. Vampires are shifty bastards.
Yeah. He just knew like information that I don't know how he knew, but he knew it. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But he didn't divulge it to you guys.
As one of the old clerics once told me, trust but verify.
Fair. I've seen some spam emails with that too back in our world.
Email.
Well, while they're talking, I don't trust the vampire, so I'm going to start looking around the ship.
Okay. Anybody that wants to start taking a peek can go ahead and roll investigation.
I rolled a 3, so it's a ship.
You're just trying to figure out how the fuck this thing's flying.
I would like to guidance whoever is good at this.
Well, typically it's him.
Not today.
You can add a D4 to whatever you roll.
Yeah, I'm going to take that D4.
Can I guidance you as well?
You can
can,
only
but
guidance one.
Ah,
It ain't going to help.
That's a 1. Okay, so we made it to
Wow,
11.
the shitty
Oh,
roll.
sorry. 14.
All right, I mean, a 14's not bad. So as you're looking this place over, it was very clearly used as a pirate vessel at one time.
I apologize. That roll is actually lower. It
Oh.
was going to be 11 total.
11.
Yes.
Same shit.
Okay.
So you kind of piece together this thing was probably used as a pirate vessel at some point. You start going through like the captain's quarters and flipping through the closet, and it's all this like flamboyant, classically pirate. But everything seems like it's a little extra. You find a like some sort of in the captain's or in this area here, which that's got captain's quarters and stuff like that. You open up one room and there's just like this big glowing rune on the floor, and you're just like, nope, fuck that. Close the door, and you find there's still it almost seems like whenever it's in the bottle, it's almost like suspended animation, because there's still like edible food in the galley. But you don't, searching throughout the ship, you don't find anybody there. You find like there's some like a few random crates in the cargo hold, stuff like that, but nothing. You don't find anything crazy.
well, second star to the left until morning.
You know that reference?
And he kind of shakes his head.
Would know that. Shoot, my bad.
You get like a flashback from a past life.
Perfect.
Now, we want to get to getting, or we want to rest first?
I would like to rest because my armor's really heavy right now. Like, really heavy.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, who wants to captain the ship?
I feel like
What do we know? What
Alphonse.
skill is a captain? Skill?
We know what happened with the spacecraft. My vote is Ash. I've seen this man
Does
pilot
Fallen want to
flying.
try?
Sure.
I saw him raise his hand.
I figured it was your ship.
No,
in
I'm
the
good.
bottle, so you wanted to captain it.
I'm good. I'm going to sleep on this pillow top. I don't know if you guys noticed the floor.
Well, if you're piloting, whatever, and I'm going to pull out set vampire pillow, fluff it.
Oh,
yeah, the fancy vampire pillow.
God, you stole
Hey,
a
you
pillow.
guys all have fancy pillows.
Get that good orthopedic
All right,
shit.
I will pilot this.
So, first of all,
Guidance.
give me just a investigation. I'll even give you advantage. We'll say that somebody's helping you. You can have advantage on this.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
That is 15.
You're looking around. You go up to the top deck and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna take this fucking helm. This is gonna be awesome. You go up there. There's no fucking helm.
Guys, there's no steering wheel.
Yeah. I trust you'll figure this out. And I just put my
All right.
Well, we better figure this out then.
Is there like a crow's nest type thing on the top of the ship?
So, as you were all investigating, Dan, you noticed that room with the big rune on the floor. And there was just a chair in the middle of the rune.
There was something in the captain's quarters. Maybe
Oh,
we should check that out.
What was it?
Well, it was runes.
Runes, huh?
Still getting used to what that means. And a chair.
Seems strange.
No, that sounds par for the course. And I start walking over to it.
You guys go below the quarterdeck into the, and it's a small peeway that splits off into multiple rooms, and he takes you through, and he opens this door right here on the map. And as soon as he opens it, you look down, and there is, just like on the map, this bright blue rune that is etched into the floor all around this ornate-looking chair in the middle of it.
Me or you?
I guess I'll take the seat.
Okay.
You walk in the room, and once you step on the runes, like you kind of just pause for a second, and then you set your foot down on the rune, and it's almost like ripples on water, like the lights from the runes kind of react to your step, but nothing bad happens. You take another step, and it's another ripple, like waves across the floor. You sit down in the chair, and you kind of adjust yourself, get comfortable, and then it's almost as though the world around you at incredible speed starts rushing into your vision. Like everything around you gets pulled in almost like a black hole, like you are the black hole and everything around you is just getting pulled in, and then it explodes out. And everywhere you look, you don't see your legs, you don't see your hands, you don't see the room. You see 360 degrees around the ship, as though you are the ship and you are just floating in space.
This is different.
And you all are sitting there watching him, and you see him kind of like his posture kind of jumps up, and his eyes just glaze over, and he speaks, but when he speaks, it is a totally monotone voice.
Now that's weird.
Do we do something?
Think of going forward.
And
Can I hear them?
You hear them, but it's almost like you're underwater. And so it's this muffled sound that's it's like it's going through a foot of water to get to you. But you do hear him.
Okay, well, let's try forward.
Give me a we'll stick with animal handling. Give me an animal handling roll.
Animal handling? Okay. That's 12?
So you're all standing in the doorway watching him. And you say, think of going forward. I need a dexterity saving throw from the three of you. As the ship lurches forward, seemingly accelerating to full speed in a second.
I eat shit. I rolled a 3.
Okay?
Oh, don't forget you guys' aura.
What does that do?
It's +3 to all your
Oh, nice.
Saving throws, yeah.
18. 27.
Jesus Christ.
13.
Okay.
6.
So Fallen, you're standing in the doorway and you're all kind of peeking in, like sharing this doorway. And Alphonse, you kind of have your hand on the frame of the door to make room for everybody to look. And that as it pulls forward, you like brace yourself against the doorway and you're fine. But you hear clank, clank, clank as Fallen just gets his feet taken out from under him, and he's thrown to the floor and skids across the deck. With a 13, you fall over, but you don't go flying like Fallen does. And you in the chair, it's almost like gravity doesn't affect you. You just feel as though it's almost like you're walking forward. It feels as natural as walking with your own legs.
And I see the ground below me, like, moving.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is...
Quickly.
I'm like, oh, this is
Like,
cool.
like you just, it's almost like you just skip forward 100 feet at a thought. And I would imagine hearing the clang and everything, you would probably immediately like stop again.
Don't think about running.
Does it almost feel like actually like running, like, for your first time? Like,
Yeah, it's or more like riding a bike. You know, you have or driving a car for the first time. Like, you know, when you drive for the first time and you're like trying to operate the pedals and it's kind of like that, but it's you.
okay.
And so you're a little shaky, but it
Oh,
you feel like you're gonna get it.
I think I got this. Which way do we need to go?
We had a map, right?
Yeah, and Alphonse pulls out the map and he like shows it to you, but your eyes are still glazed over, looking forward.
Do I need to tape this to the wall so you can see it? Or-
Yeah, how does that work?
So you try you kind of think for a second, like, fuck, I gotta see this map, and so you turn to look at Alphonse, and the whole world comes rushing back towards you, and you're back in the room again.
Oh. Well, hello.
Hey, that was wild.
It's pretty wild.
We just have to get here.
And I kind of like study the map that he's showing me and then show him. I'm like, okay, I think I got this.
All right.
No.
What happens if you just
Running.
think about that point on the map?
I'll think about that. So I turn back and
Okay, same effect. It's that pull in and that explosion out, and you think about that specific location on the map, and you guys all feel the ship start to gradually pick up speed and start moving forward, and it starts banking to the port side, and and you see it going over the wall of the manor and flying out over this forest. And for you, it's like going for a stroll. And you guys can all feel the ship start moving, and this time it seems much more controlled. Give me a survival check, just to make sure that you're headed in the right direction.
15.
15. Okay, yeah, no problem.
So I'm gonna be like, all right, let's see what this baby can do, and I start and I let her rip.
Do you give him any warning?
Nope.
All right. Give me a dex saving throw, gentlemen.
Critical fail.
Dude, +3? Holy shit, 30.
Wow.
Damn. I got a 23. I thought that was good.
So you two have already started getting your sea legs under you, and you had kind of turned and you closed the door, and you guys were, about to head off on your business, and you feel it like your guts go to the back of your rib cage as it just pulls forward, and Fallen, you're about halfway up the stairs to get out of there, and you guys just see him like fly off the stairs against the back wall.
It makes total sense because he has 4 strength right now.
Yeah, he has no strength. He's wearing heavy ass armor.
Well,
I forgot the 4 strength.
Yeah. Like you just bam.
we'll wait for you up here, buddy.
I think I'm just gonna stay here.
And you guys make your way up to the main deck, and Norris it's like he's trying to herd cats. like there's Oren and Mike just like tumbling across the deck, and Norris says, "God damn it, what is happening down there?" And he's like trying to grab them and secure them, and he's like chasing Oren across the deck, and Oren's just like tumbling across the deck and running into barrels and shit.
Poor Mr. O.
And you guys are on your way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anything in particular that anybody would like to do whilst traveling?
Long rest? Does that remove the...
It absolutely does. So you guys are all pretty exhausted, especially those of you that have had your strength sapped and things like that. Is anybody taking watch?
I'll take
Or-
first watch.
Okay. So if you want, there is a crow's nest up at the top.
Can
where
you take watch while you're tranced?
I don't believe
All right.
so.
I'll
'Cause
definitely.
I think you're basically like mentally checked out.
I'll go up to the crow's nest and just sit up there.
Okay. Give me a perception check while you're up there.
16.
Okay.
I would like to get out of my heavy armor, and I would like to try and attune to something.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're playing with the molten bronze.
Yes.
Okay. So you're taking this bronze. You lay down, or you sit on one of the beds, and you have this bronze just like rolling around in your hand, and it's not hot, but it seems like it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're rolling it around, it's just like this 1-inch sphere,
Mm-hmm.
and it like gets pulled into your skin like through the pores, and you have this initial reaction like, the fuck is that? And you take a little more and you pour it out of the vase, and it just pulls into your skin, and then you just take the rest of the bottle and you pour it over your arm, and it covers your entire forearm, and then it all just starts getting pulled in through the pores.
Mm-hmm.
And you concentrate on your hand and concentrate on this bronze, and it starts leaking out of your pores and creating this like skin tight, it looks like just a skin tight suit of bronze over your arm. and then it starts creeping up your shoulder, up your neck. Would anybody be in the same like crew space as? Okay, so you're in there, and you start feeling it go down your right side, and after a moment, your entire body is just covered in this layer of just rock hard bronze. Like you're clanging on it, and it seems to just perfectly disperse the pressure across your body. So this is, I believe you're only proficient with medium armor, so this will be the bronze half plate.
Half plate. Perfect.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And after you play with it a little bit and you're ready to take a rest, it starts soaking into your pores again, and it's just your skin.
I'm just going to let it just be hidden for the moment then.
Okay.
And I'm going to take off my armor and just wear simple robes.
Okay.
Upgrade.
Yes.
Anybody else? There were a bunch of items that were given out. If anybody wants to... you have your Drake.
I do. Almost forgot about him.
Yeah, you have a Crimson Drake.
Is he just kind of sitting in the quarters with me then, while I'm piloting?
Yeah, I feel like you know how when you get a new puppy, and like you're as familiar as something is to it, it's still not like perfectly comfortable with you, but it's more comfortable with you than it is by itself. So it's just kind of nervously following you around, and it doesn't really like walk on the floor. It's more like clawing along the walls, and it's kind of a creepy little dragon, but yeah, it just follows you around with a little bit of distance between you. Anybody else have anything they want to do before their long rest?
Well, I'm taking watch, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna pull up my pan flutes and just play some songs up there by myself.
Okay. Who wants to take second watch? Okay. So you only need 4 hours.
Yep.
So you can hang out up there for 6 hours or so. Because you can do 6 hours rest and then 2 hours of just sitting and doing nothing on watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Once you guys do your watch switch and you go down and start taking your long rest, as you're flying over, and you're recognizing some of the areas you're flying over, and you have a beautiful bird's eye view. Do you think you would be flying high or staying low above the trees, or
Probably a little higher.
so like
Just to
a couple
avoid-
100 feet,
Yeah.
200-300 feet, something like that?
Yep.
Okay.
To avoid
Yeah.
any suspicions.
Yeah, stay out of like ranged weapons range or anything like that. Fair enough.
Are flying vessels common, or would we people would think this was weird?
This would be quite unusual.
Okay.
As a Shadar Kai, you've traveled a bit. In some areas, like you've heard people talk about how common they are on some worlds. But here in this region of the Shadowfell, you've never really seen one.
Okay.
But Fallen, you would notice as you're flying over, most of it is this really thick, almost like deciduous forest in the winter, where there's very few leaves on anything. It's like all these gnarly looking trees just filling the landscape, and you start to see way off in the distance that those those ruins
Mhm.
from the miniseries.
Would I remember those?
Give me a history check.
That is a 16.
16. You start, as you're flying over this, you start getting these little flashes, and you see Brother Frederick, and you see the scene, the pools of blood with everybody, all the bodies floating in the pool, and you get just these brief flashes as you fly over these ruins. And this is the first time that you've seen. You look off in the distance, and there is a massive castle sitting at the top of a spire. You've lived here for as long as you can remember. You've never seen that castle in the distance. And you watch it while you're on watch, and you just keep moving. You know you're moving towards it, but you don't ever seem to get any closer to it.
He's going to try and push out with his magic
Okay.
just to see if he can sense why.
Go ahead and give me either, we'll say, Arcana or Religion.
Rolled a 20. So
Very nice.
Religion. So that's going to be 24.
So you know that the Shadowfell is an amalgamation of all these different realms and powerful entities within the Shadowfell can almost make projections of power. And you feel as though that now that you're on this path with this group, because this group has seen that castle since they stepped foot in the Shadowfell. It has been on the horizon for them the entire time. Like, at any point they could have looked around, even if they were in like thick woods, if they saw a small clearing in the trees, they would have seen the castle in the background. Like, it's this ever-present reminder of what they're after, of what they're going towards.
Okay.
And you feel as though, because now that is your direction that you are going in, you're now seeing this massive, like, Gothic cathedral style castle
Okay.
at the top of this large black spire. And it's just this silhouette, this jagged silhouette far in the distance. And you can feel that is where the Baron is.
Well, well. I can finally see you.
After a good night's sleep, you all wake up in the morning, and this ship has this like gentle rock to it, as though you're on water. And you wake up, and it's like it was rocking you to sleep the whole night, and all of you wake up very refreshed. What would you like to do with your morning?
Where are we at? Are we at the castle now?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You feel like you probably have a couple of days travel. You figure it'll likely take you, and we can say that he would have talked to you about this. It'll likely take you a day and a half to reach the boundary of his realm. And then after that, and because of the nature of the Shadowfell, he tells you, like, when I was there, you would have had about a day travel, but it can always change. He can rearrange it how he sees fit, because he has control over that particular piece of the Shadowfell. And after flying for a bit, like, you kind of come out of it for a little bit, and you get the feeling that you can set a direction, and this thing will almost just
like autopilot.
yeah,
itself.
it'll just keep sailing in the direction. It won't have any controls. You can't steer it at all, but you can set it in a direction, and it'll just keep moving if you want. So we could say that you long rested with everybody else, just
Okay.
set it on a course, and took a long rest. Which for you, I think, is
It's a train. I train
yeah,
as well.
yeah. Anything you guys want to do the following morning?
Probably go find some of that food.
Yeah, following
Okay.
have gone down to the galley and started preparing food for people.
Okay, give me a performance check.
That is an 11.
Fallen's an okay cook. It's not great. It's not bad. There's eggs and some ham.
You are from the Shadowfell, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
What is
grew up in a
spice?
monastery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like an 11. It doesn't
Pepper
have a
is
whole lot
spicy
of
to
flavor,
Fallen.
but it's properly cooked,
Mm-hmm.
which counts for a lot, you know.
Best in-flight meal I've ever had.
I've had better.
Yeah.
So, Dringor, I don't know you that well.
That's true. We don't know each other that well.
No, so tell me about yourself. What's up?
Well, what do you want to know?
We should probably start simple.
Sure. Well, I grew up here in the Shadowfell. Used to have a family. It's kind of a long story, but long story short, came across the Raven Queen. She kind of set me on this path and led me to having a bone to pick with this Baron.
Okay, he just gets under everyone's skin.
Yeah, well, he kind of had a hand in what happened to my family, so
Ooh. Not good.
no, he's not a good man.
Alphonse, you kind of had, if you don't mind, just a question, like, how close were you with your sister?
You're pretty close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, just growing up, or even when you were adults?
Not adults, no. Things happened with my family. Didn't work out.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. So close until a certain age.
Okay. I'm just more or less curious.
Yeah.
Are you excited to see her? Like, have you seen her in a while, or?
I'll be
More
honest.
importantly, is she pretty?
Hold on. Let me check my memory bank. Yeah, she's really good looking.
Would you roll?
24.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's damn pretty.
Norris, you have D to go home to.
Oh yeah. Shit. I get so easily distracted.
You know, I'll be honest with you, Ash. It's been a roller coaster. We didn't even know magic existed 10 days ago, and now we are flying on a ship,
This is very true.
a ghost ship.
Well, I mean, it's not that different than we have a flying ship back home.
I know,
It's
but
not that different.
it's just weird. Normally, when you see green clouds of smoke, it's something completely different, not a flying ship.
And for us, a flying ship, we know how it pretty much operates because it's all gears,
Mechanical, yeah.
engines, and
This runs off the ethereal currents.
what?
Yeah.
And Norris is just looking at you like, yeah,
He understands it.
yeah, 100%. Yep.
Damn astrology books. We missed out.
Also, y'all don't have magic where you come from?
No.
No,
No.
their planet's quite barren, I'm guessing.
Man,
Quite a shame.
Yeah. We have to, like, touch screens to make it do things for us.
yeah, that's
Give me a perception check.
That sounds terrible.
This is probably the first real quality time that you've had with these people.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. you really take a look at these three gentlemen, and you like Norris is obvious, like scar tissue, big metal arms. Like you start really looking at these two, and you look them in the face, and you see like the lens of Alphonse's eye as he kind of looks around. It kind of rotates a little and then rotates back, and you see all these seams, like these really fine, really hard to see seams in both of their faces and in their hands, and it's just all these real fine seams that are almost imperceptible. But you have no idea what the fuck any of that is.
Y'all all Warforged where you come from?
Warforged?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is-
you know them, the magic robot people.
That was made up in a movie. That was Iron Man.
Nah, it's real. You all have these little mechanized parts.
Well,
Yeah, it's just like computers and gadgets and circuits and
in our world, we call it bioengineering.
So magic?
you do live through it, I guess.
Yeah,
I
you do.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of magic.
Yeah, it's just your weird magic. It's magic.
Yeah, but we can't like summon a fireball in our hand.
Oh,
Gun hands
look at
didn't-
Norris.
And Norris holds up his right hand, and like a ball of flame is just like sitting in his palm.
Yeah,
look.
magic.
That's a metal hand, though. Look at his hand. Our skin couldn't take.
Warforge. And I'm just going to Sacred Flame in my hand.
Yeah, that.
Same thing.
It's same.
But different.
But different. I could never
Sorry, I
throw
had
a
to do it.
fireball.
Sure you can.
But we have to ignite the fire somehow.
Yeah, we had to use chemical reactions to make things go boom.
Sounds magic to me.
Same. Like, you take the magical properties, it's your will changing what's around you. Or for myself, my faith is what allows me to then create.
Is that why Orin has that bag of like shit? Not like a bag of stuff that whenever he casts a spell, he takes it out and he like.
Probably yes.
Let's see.
He's
Guess you
more
guys ain't
of,
so different.
Orin isn't one of belief, more of one of study to manipulate magic.
Well, that sounds boring.
No. It's the most difficult way to learn magic.
Put your professor hat back on, Norris.
Speaking of which, I wonder if this works on you. I'm going to cast Greater Restoration on his head. Just to see if anything happens.
Read me Greater Restoration again.
Is Norris getting his soft spot repaired?
You view a creature, each has a positive energy to undo the debilitating effect. You can reduce the target exhaustion by level 1. At the end of the following effects, targets charmed or petrified. Once curse, including target's attunement to curse magic items. Any reduction on one's target ability scores. One effect reducing target's hit point maximums.
So you come up and you just touch Norris on the head, and you guys look and hit. Don't forget to expend your
Absolutely.
not just your spell slot, but also the materials, because that costs 100 gold worth of diamond dust. So you come up and you like have the diamond dust in your hand, and you just like press it like right across his forehead and right across the soft spot on the back of his head, and you guys watch as like the back of his skull starts like stitching itself together, and Norris's soft spot heals up.
Well, what? Nah. Marco couldn't even do that.
Magic.
Whoa! What? And you see Norris like poking. Well, now I can't do my party trick. And he's just poking where he should be able to feel his brain.
That should be better for you.
What the hell'd you do to me?
Guess it didn't work.
Oh. Norris, are you smarter? Do you feel smarter?
Well, I felt pretty smart to begin with. So I don't know that I feel much smarter. Say a word with at least 4 syllables.
Onomatopoeia.
What's that?
I don't know.
Conflagration.
Mississippi.
I know where Mississippi is.
There we go. Smarter.
What's Mississippi?
I'm at least 2 points more intelligent now. Well, gentlemen, what are we doing with our day?
I think you're looking at it.
We should probably check on Oren and Mike.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a good idea.
I don't know. They look beat, and I didn't want to interrupt their sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to Oren first and kind of do a medical check on him.
Okay, yeah, you guys go below deck like Norris had brought them below decks, and when you walk, there's like these straps that go across all the racks, and you can see that they are like strapped to the racks and probably strapped down too hard. They're both laying down, but they both look quite uncomfortable. But they can't. Like you walk in and Mike is like trying to adjust it, but you can tell he's feeling really weak. And they're both feel like kind of almost like they're real drunk, like just kind of out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I'm going to take whatever scraps are left of dinner while he does this and feed them to my Drake.
Okay, perfect.
16.
16. They look real bad, but they look like they'll recover.
Okay.
They just need time to rest and.
Would like a spell assist them in that?
Yeah. So above table,
Mhm.
after a long rest, they're each at 3 levels of exhaustion, which means they're pretty useless.
Okay.
But you could cast the shit out of Greater Restoration if you want to spend a bunch of diamond dust.
I only had 100.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Yeah. So you get the feeling that just time
mm-hmm.
is gonna do it.
So,
Norris is. Hey, who's on watch?
Ah, shit, I can go back up there. I'll go back up to the top of the ship.
Okay.
I went back into like the room for navigation and just to kind of go back into the ship and see where we're at.
Okay.
And see
Give
how
me
we're-
another survival check.
9? Yeah, that's a 9. Plus 15.
15. Seems like you're on track.
Okay.
You feel like another, if you travel through today, you'll probably be about at the edge of the. What are you laughing at?
Let's see if this thing can do a barrel roll.
Give me an animal handling check.
no! Is anyone on top of the ship?
Yeah, me.
Oh, no.
Oh no. 7?
So, you guys are minding your own business, and you feel it's those planes that go up high into orbit and then they drop to do the like 0G. Like you can feel this thing start going and then like gravity starts getting real light for a second. And I need everybody to make a dex saving throw. Good luck.
I don't have the sweet aura anymore either.
Nope.
12.
13?
13.
So you two and Norris. Oh, I should roll for Norris. Oh, Norris is fine. So Norris just grabs a hold of something as this thing starts like doing its barrel roll, and he secures himself. You two will each take 4 bludgeoning damage as you're thrown to the ceiling, and then another 4 as you come slamming down against the deck.
I'm sorry, I had to do a
You, whose name I can't remember right now.
Drengor.
Drengor. You, Drengor. You're up in the crow's nest,
Yep.
and this thing starts barrel rolling, and you fall.
Okay.
You fall out of the crow's nest.
Am I still on the ship?
No, the ship's upside down. And you fall out of the crow's nest.
Dude,
Can I?
Do I see this?
do I see this happen? Like,
You definitely see it because you see everything around the ship. So you see Drengor screaming and plummeting from the crow's nest roughly 300 feet in the air.
While I start to fall, is there any way I can use my Raven Queen like Misty Step to like blink back onto the ship?
Give me another dex saving throw.
midway through this, fuck up. Can I try to, like...
12.
So you misty step back to it, but you try to misty step right next to a railing. You miss the railing,
Okay.
and you start falling again. Fallen. Roll a d20. If it is above a 10, you are lucky enough that you see him as this happens. I really hope Drengor doesn't die this way.
And it's a perception, right?
Yes.
Thank God I have a +9 to perception because I rolled an 8. So that's a 17.
So you, as this is happening and you slam against the ceiling, you look out one of the portholes just as you see Drengor.
I would like to bonus action Step of the Night so I can fly.
Okay.
I'm going through the porthole.
Okay. How big is Fallen?
He's 5 foot.
Oh, he's a small guy.
Yeah, no, he's short.
Okay, and he's not wearing armor anymore.
No, it's just his robes.
Okay. So take back the second 4 damage.
Mhm.
Because you're flying before you slam back down to the floor.
Okay.
And you torpedo out of the porthole.
Perfect.
Is it just like casting the fly spell?
So I have to be in a shadow. So I'm going to have to stay in the shadow of the ship.
Is it shadow or dim light?
Dim light.
You're in the shadow film. It's all dim light.
Yes! Thank God. Because, yeah, it's dim light or darkness that I can do this only.
Okay. What is your movement speed while doing this?
My fly speed is equal to my walking speed. For a
Which
minute.
is 30?
Which is... They moved it 1 second.
If I die, I die.
You can move it under features and traits.
At least I got to be part of a barrel roll.
They have a new tab that's called, I think it's like speed and something. Why they moved it off of the main sheet, I don't fully understand. But one second, let me bring up one of these randos that I've got in here.
Oh, your walking speed's right by your stats.
Yeah, speed and defenses. If you're on the mobile app.
Feature and traits.
I think I saw it one time. It was 80.
It is not 80.
Fallen's walking speed is 80. I'm pretty sure.
Am I blind?
Are you using the mobile app?
There you go. 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet. So I will say that with your good perception check and torpedoing out the window, I will give you one chance. I'm going to need you to roll. We'll say, what do you think, dexterity?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
probably dexterity, because you have to basically nosedive to try to catch him, and then you have to, once you catch him, you have to try to stop both of you before you hit the ground.
Which one do you want?
The not white one.
Not white one?
I don't know if it's rainbow. I don't know what color that is. But
Don't fuck us. Okay. That's a
I don't like
dex.
the look of that face expression.
It didn't look enthused.
No.
No, because that's a 17.
17. Oh. Okay. With the face, I thought it was way worse.
Well, at first I saw the 6. I didn't see the 1 at first. In front of it, I was
Okay.
I was wondering what you were even about. I was like,
Yeah.
it's a decent roll.
No, I saw the 6, and I'm like, oh, wait, the glare was just right.
But he's a cleric. There's no dex there.
No.
No, there isn't.
So what I will say is, with that roll, Alphonse, you just see Fallen right out this porthole. He just like tucks his arms and like Rocket Man goes right out this fucking porthole.
So he literally Iron Man's out this.
Yeah, just-
oh my gosh.
Just like he thinks skinny, and he gets as streamlined as he can, and he shoots out.
I'm seeing Neo from the Matrix.
Oh, there you go.
Like towards the end where he learns to fly.
And this is like as the ship is going upside down, so everything around you is like falling and tumbling, and it's like this slow motion moment. You look over as out the porthole.
I just, on my face, I'd just be like mouthing to myself, what the fuck?
And Fallen, you tuck in. You're going as fast as you fucking can, bombing after him. And you're able to. You guys are about 50 feet above the ground when you finally catch up to him, and you give him this big bear hug, and you kind of wrap around him, and Drangor, I keep forgetting the name. Drangor, as you're looking at Fallen, all this bronze starts coating from the back of his head, and then it covers his face, and it's like this skin-tight layer of bronze over his whole body as he tries to, like, put himself between you and the ground, and you can feel like his flight pushing against you, but it's not enough to stop you fully from smashing into the ground. So the maximum fall damage is from 200 feet.
Okay.
It is 20d6.
Can I try something?
By all means. I wasn't done yet, but we'll see if this has any effect on what I do.
Wow, you fell quick.
So according to D&D, you fall 500 feet per round
Oh, really?
if you're in a free fall.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
If you think about terminal velocity and falling objects,
I guess, yeah.
it's the closest approximation. It's 500 feet per round.
Some nerd figured that out.
Yeah, so with his flight, I'm allowing him the extra speed
Not this
to
time,
catch
Paul.
him before they hit the ground.
Well, we didn't include the speed that the ship was going and the circumference.
Stop it.
Okay. Stop it.
So I have the spell Aid, which you can choose creatures within range with you. Each target hits hit point maximum. Current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Okay?
So if I cast that at 6th level, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 extra points of health.
Okay.
Because I got nothing that's going to help us not eat shit.
Okay, so each of you takes 25
25 health. Yeah.
Okay, let me roll 20d6.
So,
I have another question.
Yeah.
What if right before I hit the ground I missed a step? Does it work like that?
Yeah, it actually can.
So
I
Yes.
thought it could.
he's still going to hit the ground.
do it.
Ain't nothing I can do about that.
Okay.
He's gonna hit the ground anyways, right?
At this rate, yes.
Yeah.
Like me missing stepping doesn't
So,
make it worse for him.
So this is going to be a test of reaction. So this is going to be a dexterity check.
Would me missing stepping make things worse for him?
No.
Okay.
He's
If I
no,
would've known that,
no
I
matter
wouldn't
what,
have-
he's going to take half damage from the
Okay.
fall.
All right.
So
Because
it's
this was
going
my
to be
plan the whole long. If I didn't make it,
it's going to be a DC 20 because you are plummeting at terminal velocity, and it's all about timing. So it's going to be a DC 20 dexterity check, not a saving throw.
Yeah, it don't matter. I'm a fighter.
Okay.
Ooh. 24. Not quite a nat 20, but almost.
Fallen, you did all of this. You dove out. You're bear hugging, and you're just bracing for impact, and then your arms go empty. And just as you have the thought, where'd he go? And you will take half of 77 bludgeoning damage.
77. Okay.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, 20d6. I rolled it, came out to 77. So that would be 30. Oh my god, my brain just went blank. 36.
So 36 damage. Okay. That
So I'm going to level ship and kind of coast over to him and be like, over the loudspeaker, I realized this was a really bad idea. Fallen, you all right?
And this is just emanating from the ship.
he's not talking to you right now.
Is he by me, or where did this?
He's probably like a
Yeah,
foot into
so-
the dirt.
So you teleport down, and you watch what looks like a bronze statue smash into the ground and bounce a little before it settles in a small crater.
You all right there, buddy? I'll look down and put my arm down to kind of give you a hand up.
Then you just hear a. Well,
If the
Let's
mic
not-
didn't pick it up, it just popped his neck without the use of his hands or anything.
It looked extremely
it
graphic.
actually, that felt good.
it made me a little.
My bad. Yeah, he's gonna get up, pop his neck. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, what happened? All of a sudden I was on the crow's nest. The next thing I know, I'm almost down here.
Well, you see, Norris
We're about to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, you can't hear it. You're
yeah.
the ship right now. You can't hear any of this. They're
And
down
there's-
on the ground.
I think I'm gonna kick someone's ass.
Now here's a better question: how do we get back up?
I cast it again. I pick you up, and I fly back to the ship.
Question, DM.
Yes.
I have some instruments, being a bard.
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping that I can say my flute is a kazoo and play a really depressing tune as they're flying back up to the ship.
Absolutely. a depressing kazoo song.
Like that meme where they play the Titanic song, but it's like on a recorder.
Yes. Yes.
In that case, I'm holding you like this.
I got a 17 on a performance. So.
Hey, yeah, that kazoo is beautiful. You've never heard a kazoo
Wow.
sound so majestic.
I don't think I've ever heard a kazoo before.
Yeah, you probably haven't.
Yeah. Kind of the tune of wah, wah, wah. Just upbeat.
And yeah, after a moment, a very annoyed Fallen comes flying up, and Fallen and Drengor softly land on the deck.
Thanks for the ride back up.
Mm-hmm.
You boys all right?
I don't
Wow.
say a word. I just start walking to where you're at.
You walk down by the captain's quarters. You open up the deck. Are you still sitting in the seat?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in. He's glassy-eyed, sitting in the chair. If you're gonna hit him, he's technically incapacitated, so you do have advantage.
That's perfect, because that was a 1. So, that is just a straight punch. Straight to the face. So, does a 13
No.
pop you at all?
I'll let I will let
Yeah,
DM
you
do this.
hit him, but it doesn't.
That's fair.
It doesn't really. He kind of just like his face kind of moves a little bit, but he mostly just shrugs it off.
That's fine. It's just more of a whack.
You're right.
That's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, it hurts your hand more than him.
And just goddamn son of a- and I'm gonna walk away.
Hey, Fallen, you good? That was fun.
I'm gonna.
Hey Norris, I'm gonna leave the barrel rolls to you.
Well, I am pretty damn good at them.
On my way back up the crow's nest, I'm gonna find a rope. And once I get up there, I'm gonna tie one end on my foot and the other to the top of the crow's nest.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna gingerly take off and work work my way back on course.
Okay.
And can I throw it in like an autopilot?
Yeah.
Does it go like in an autopilot?
Yeah,
mode?
absolutely. So you set the course, and you have a little while before you need to make any course adjustments, and you continue on towards the castle. Up in the crow's nest, give me a perception check.
Hey, Fallen, you all right?
He's still not saying anything to you.
Do you need
16.
some healing?
16.
Nah. Sorry, dude.
So, up in the crow's nest, you start seeing, like, you're looking off the side, and you guys are still over the forest. You look off the side, and you see birds in the canopy, like crows, hundreds of them. They all take off, flying in all directions, and it just like a sea of crows takes up and flies away. And a moment later, and you're kind of looking over, and a moment later, you look down, and the canopy erupts. Like branches and tree limbs explode out in every direction. And coming up from under the canopy, you see a draconic face flying straight up. And we'll pick it up there next week.
Damn.
Holy Jesus, really?
Oh
Matt.
no.
Love it.
And I just burned my 6th level spell.
Well, thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Dubstep and Dragons. Please check us out on your favorite podcasting platform. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure to leave us a comment as well to let us know what you thought. It has been a while since I've done one of these, so I apologize.
I
Other
felt
than
super
that-
rusty.
Other than that, anyone want to say or anything? 'Kay.
Oh, by the way, little note on all this. I meant to say this at the beginning, but you're going to notice that some of the characters have some slight differences because with the new rule set, we've rebuilt some of the characters, and so some things have changed, but same characters.
And we'll see what happens with this draconic figure on their next episode.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening.